Saturday, June 27th. Today, on one hand, feels like just another day. And I'm sure many of us can relate to that. The monotony sometimes of life where it just feels like, all right, just trying to get through another day or a long day or a big work day or Groundhog Day. And that something appears to be very, very similar from the last 6 weeks of life. And it's all just one after another. But that's really why I'm pulling in on this homework for life piece, which is that very unique moment that distinguishes today from the rest. That may be a lesson, it may be an insight, or it might just be something that could be a story. And tomorrow, my brother and his fiance move into their new place. They got out of a downtown apartment. They're moving into a new location. It feels so much more spacious. And so I took the night off work as well as tomorrow as a means for helping them. And initially, there was a small contraction around giving up shifts where I could be making money to spend the day doing physical labor. Right? Small contraction. And then immediately pulling in a new perspective of just recognizing there are certain events that occur in people's lives, in our friends and our family and those closest to us, that far outweigh any amount of money that we can make. There are priceless events, whether that is, moving homes, whether that is birthdays or celebrations, engagements or weddings, or the birth of a child, or certain ceremonies. There's aspects that are just, there is no amount of money that could replace or buy me the quality of the connection that comes from building and pouring into and nurturing relationships. And so even though there was this subtle contraction, I recognize there's an old program that's running that's just very believing in the scarcity of the world. That's just, there's not enough, ever enough, and I need to work all the time in order to be okay. Many of us have been gifted this template, this belief system, this narrative to work through. Because it really is a gift when we connect to that, because it's teaching us something. It's showing us that there is perhaps it's inviting us to break down and to restructure that belief system, that narrative. So that little part of me contracted and went, do I want to do that? And the part that I've been working to connect to more, this soul, the broader aspect of who I am, recognizing that there is so much more value in spending quality time with the people I love, helping them do things that's a big transition in their lives. It's something I would so much rather be present for than to go make $100 serving, you know? And this is what's interesting, because there was a friend of mine texted me today and she just said, "What are your two new jobs? Are you loving them? Are you enjoying your jobs?" Referring to the ninja gym and the golf course. And I found myself taking a pause before answering that question, because there are aspects that I enjoy about these. But there's something about them as containers for me to learn. And so it's not that they're always the most enjoyable experiences of my entire life. Don't get me wrong, the ninja gym is awesome. I love serving, I love golfing. Sure. And there is an aspect of me using these jobs as containers, as experiences, for me to learn more about myself, for me to continue to learn and grow and evolve in this process through life. Because what the kids teach me on a daily basis is so much more rich and fulfilling than any other job that I could be working. And same with the golf course. I'm exposed to certain energetics of these people and members who are there, and the networks and the conversations that just, it's not that I always love the job, it's that I'm able to connect to the fact that it's an experience that allows me to learn. And through that lens, and not just an experience, but a temporary one at that, which is everything we're going through, right? So for those of you that are working that aren't able to answer, do you love your job, with a resounding yes, this is the invitation. I'm cracking the door in an alternate perspective to the fact that perhaps it's not about loving your job, but rather finding a degree of fulfillment in knowing that there's always going to be a lesson in something that we've created, because we've called these jobs in. We've materialized these jobs into our field so that we can experience something within them. So my homework for life was actually that little nugget, that text that I received that just said, are you enjoying your jobs? It's so simple, yet it stands out, right? And the lesson, the challenge, the insight that I am giving to myself, my soul gives to Jake, me, the player, the identity, the character, is that of when you're not loving the job or enjoying the job, may you stay connected to the fulfillment of the experience, knowing that it's feeding a deeper aspect that's learning, that's wanting to grow in this. So bit of a longer one today, but I appreciate y'all sticking around. And for those of you who have continued to watch these, I appreciate you. And I hope that as you browse through these, you're able to pull some of the nuggets that I've been learning over the last few years as I infuse these through story, through conversation, through insight into these videos. And one day may I look back at them with a degree of reverence and enjoyment and awe of my own process, but also inviting you to reach out, inviting you to share your own highlights, wins, what went well, the homework for life, the moment that stood out that could be a story, or the challenges, the lessons, and the insights that you're pulling in each day, that you're learning from yourself and from the world around you. So follow along, stay tuned. Let's keep this thing rolling one day at a time.